about you, but I haven't met too many people or students who enjoy taking tests. And to be honest, I don't think I've met anybody who enjoys it, including myself. But have no fear, just in time for the FCAT, Dr. Russell Sabella is here to help all you parents out there help your kids. Good morning, Dr. Russell.
Good morning, thanks.
All right, so this is a stressful time of year for not only kids, I think parents get stressed about this too because they want their kids to do well.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of adults remember tests, and here we are with a high-stakes test called the FCAT. For some families, this is a challenge. For others, it's a threat. And so, you know, when that kind of thing happens, just like in a lot of things, we tend to fight or we flight. And so what we need to talk about today is how to engage, what are some things that we can do in order to really meet this challenge and, frankly, kick some FCAT butt.
Absolutely, I love it. All right, so the first thing you really want to let parents know is that they need to help their kids have the proper nutrition and sleep.
Exactly. A preparation starts before the challenge. And so starting now, one of the things that we know is kids need to be physically ready so that they're most attentive, have the greatest memory recall during the exam. So nutrition is important, high proteins, vitamin enriched, lots of water to stay hydrated. Our nutritionists are recommending peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with milk and juice. Also watch the caffeine, and caffeine, as you know, shows up in not just coffee but things like chocolate and sodas. The other thing is sleep deprivation, which really is the enemy of memory recall. And so a lot of kids we know are already, whether there's a test or not getting enough sleep. So what they can do is not only kind of get to bed a little bit earlier, but at the same time be prepared to go to sleep. And so a half hour or an hour before you really want to fall asleep is not the best time to play another round of an epic battle on a video game. It's time to really relax, unwind, relax your mind.
Those are good practices all year long.
That's right. Watch a comedy show or just read a book. How about that?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to move through these quickly to make sure we get them all in. Take advantage of FCAT practice sessions.
Exactly.
Practice.
Right. You know, these are test-taking skills as well as knowledge. And so there are some schools that are offering FCAT preparation after school. Take advantage of those. Online, in fact, the Department of Education, Florida Department of Education, provides a whole host on their website of practice exams, test-taking tips. And so little things like just making sure that you recognize some of the prompts in a question.
Here's this one website you were talking about right there.
Exactly. And so you go to this website and there's links for parents, there's links for kids. They can download worksheets and actual former exams that have now been released that they can use to practice on that will familiarize them with the current exam.
You say think positive. Why is that important?
I do. That's important. You know, a lot of times what we tell ourselves matters. And so if we tell ourselves that this is a threat, then we will treat it as such, and we're not going to perform as well. And so tell yourself things like, I can do this. My worst case scenario is that I'll just keep going. In other words, this is not a catastrophic event that I have to deal with.
And these are things all parents can tell their kids.
Absolutely.
So they can be repeating that same information in their mind. Practice relaxation, breathing techniques.
It's important. Breathing, relaxing the muscles. It's not a bad idea. An hour, 2 hours before bed to walk the dog or just take a long walk. You want to fatigue your muscles so that you're more apt to get a good night's sleep.
We just have a minute left, so I want to get these quickly. What are some test-taking strategies that can help you, say, check your answer sheet regularly?
Absolutely. So during the test, make sure that you're bubbling in the answers that correspond to the answer that you want. Also, especially with multiple choice, a lot of the choices are really distractors. And so what we're recommending to kids is to think of the answer before you look at the choices and then hone in on the answer that you came up with, so that you decrease the risk of being distracted by some of the other plausible answers.
Keep a good pace.
Keep a good pace. This is a timed exam, and so some questions are easier than others, although the more difficult ones are probably worth more. If you find yourself getting stuck on those and you're taking more time than you think should be allotted, put a little question mark there, come back to it, Start answering some of the easier ones. It'll build your confidence as well, and then kind of go back to the harder one.
We have to wrap now, but I want to close on the 4 P's that this may help remember all these great tips.
Absolutely. These are the 4 P's. And so prepare, practice, stay positive, and pace yourself.
Pace yourself. I love it. And then I also love this one to be, don't be upset by something you don't understand. Nobody can possibly know everything, right?
Absolutely. And you know, of course, the floodgate opens with negative thoughts. I don't get this. I'm going to fail. I'm going to get left back. And so realize that you're not going to know every answer. No one can. And so just chalk it up to one question that you don't know and move on to one that you do.
All right. Well, Dr. Russell, thank you so much. Kids, you can do it. I believe in you. Parents, you too.
Yes, you can. Yes, we do. When we come back, 5 Guys.